Good evening. Your boy Hostel Yogi coming at you from the fitness center. This is an evening post-workout deep stretch yin yoga. It's an unofficial class, so we won't start with the breath work and all of the centering and grounding. We just wait a few seconds longer for some other people to join, and I'll just call out some poses. Feel free to join me in the poses. Every day I train some form of yang activity. Usually it's in the gym, or it's in my room, or in the nature with the gymnastics rings. That's how I shape the body. But in this process of shaping the body, you deteriorate and you destroy your connective tissues in the pursuit of muscular gain. And in so, yin yoga helps to put the love back in the connective tissue, the spine, and the bonus in the mind. When you hear of athletes injuring themselves, sports stars, athletes, whoever, when you hear of them injuring themselves, it's usually in the connective tissue, torn rotator cuff, tennis elbow, Achilles, in the tendon, or the ligament. And so yin yoga helps to put the nutrients, put the love, put the lubrication back into our connective tissues. Every day we're drying up, right? You know, when you get up out of bed and you have that stretch feeling and you feel so stiff and so tight at any age, even when you're young, you feel this. It's a matter of just drying up. And so yin yoga is anti-aging in a sense. It combats the drying up process. It helps keep you limber, helps keep your joints and your connective tissue lubricated. So we'll get started. The first part is going to be for the groin. You'll take your legs and you'll just spread them as wide apart as possible. No reason to push. And you come, place your hands in front of you or wherever is comfortable. You should feel a stretch in the groin area. If you have tight hamstrings like me, you will definitely feel this in your hamstrings as well. You may also feel it behind the knee and in the lower leg in the calf muscle. It's non-alignment based yoga, so it doesn't matter if your toes roll forward, if your toes naturally roll back, or if they're straight up and down. What matters is where you feel it. In yin yoga we have what's called a target area. That's what I call out in the beginning of each pose. And here it's going to be for the groin, and the bonus stretches the hamstring and down the back of the leg. And take a nice deep breath in and exhale everything out. I just finished training, so I will take a couple more breaths. Feel free to join me, breathing in and breathing out. And the third breath we can collectively take together. Let's breathe in together, breathe out together, and maybe you suspend the breath at the bottom, holding the breath on the exhale. And that's a yin breath. It's not a competition. You just hold it as long as you comfortably can, and you breathe in again. You may continue this as many times as you like, but eventually find your way back to a natural breath. Yin is all about letting go, releasing, not forcing. We leave that up to the yang energies. And if you become comfortable in this posture, I invite you now to fingertip walk your hands forward a little bit. You may even flex your feet, pick up the heels, just to lengthen the legs a little bit deeper, a little bit longer. I still have the stretch in the inner thigh, but now I feel it even more in the hamstring. and that's okay. You're going to feel it where you need it most. Yin Yoga is a quiet practice, a personal and an internal practice. So I invite you now, if you haven't already, to close your eyes and take your awareness inside. Yin side, as we say in Yin Yoga. And just listen to the verbal cues I will give. And if you need to, you can look up at your screen. We're about halfway through this posture. So at this time, if it's available to you, I invite you to fingertip walk your hands a little bit further away from the body. And now maybe your head goes heavy. Let your head hang, opening up the back of the neck. In your own time, you'll go ahead and walk your hands back toward the body, coming upright. Staying upright for just a moment. We're going to stay with this shape. We're going to add in a little more on the hamstrings. Now we're going to turn to the right. We're going to place our right arm on the ground. Palm can be up or palm can be down. We're going to lean to the right, putting a little more into the hamstrings. We're going to take the left arm. We're going to place it either on the back of the neck, on the head. Maybe you reach long with it. You should feel this still in the groin, in the hamstring, and also on the left side of the body. Anywhere from underneath the armpit all the way down to the waist. As we begin to settle in, maybe we scoot the right arm a little bit longer. Maybe you even grab your heel, grab your side of your foot. Maybe we reach with the left arm from the last half, this side. There's a little bit of yang aspect to this pose in the yin pose, because we're reaching, kind of holding our body. In every yang, there's a little bit of yin, and in every yin, there's a little yang. Two halves make a whole. We go ahead and walk our hands to the ground. Slowly, gently, we lean over to the left side. Placing the left forearm on the ground. Again, your palm can be up, you palm can be down. I place my palm up in symbolic fashion that I'm open to receive. Your head points in the direction of your foot if it's available for your cervical, and your right arm goes overhead. And again, you'll feel this in your groin, in your hamstring, and also opening up the right side of the body. And for the last half of the pose, perhaps we take a little bit deeper, walking the left arm, left hand closer to the foot, or maybe even grabbing the foot, the heel or at the arch. And the right arm goes long, reaching toward the foot. There's another option of holding the foot with the right arm, but I feel for me and my skeleton that it takes away some of the side body stretch. So I keep the arm in the air. And this is why I say there's a little bit of yang and the yin, because you have to use your muscles to hold yourself up. And just lean into it a little bit more for the last few breaths here. And go ahead and roll your body toward the front, placing the hands on the ground, and walk ourselves up ever so gently, slowly. In yin, you have a tendency to feel vulnerable and fragile when you come out of these long-held poses, and it's quite normal. In fact, it means you've done the pose correctly. And this is why we go into a rebound next. It's a mini shavasana. So I invite you to place your hands underneath your knees and help prop one leg up at a time. Because we held that posture for so long, you may feel a little bit achy. Come back lengthwise on your mat. And let's lay down or get in any comfortable mini shavasana pose you prefer for just a minute. At this time, I invite you to place your right hand on your stomach, left hand on your heart. Gentle reminder, two fantastic organs working for you day and night, helping you to enjoy this life experience. Gently bring the awareness back to the body. Perhaps you wiggle the fingers and the toes. And you find your way back up into an upright position. Next pose, you're going to place your right leg on the ground in front of you. And you're going to stack the left leg on top. You may even take the heel and place it on top of the knee. This will create more intense pose. You're going to feel this in your left glutes, your left piriformis, and into your left IT band. So just play with the position here. Perhaps it's here, perhaps it's here. Find out what works best for your skeleton. On your side, if you need to alleviate some of the positive stress from this pose, you may place your hands in your lap. And take a couple of breaths here. In time, you'll see that the knees will slowly start to come closer to each other. If they don't touch, it doesn't matter. It's your body, take care of it. There's no forcing, there's no pushing in yin. Time and gravity are on our side. Let them do their work naturally. We're halfway through this side. If you wish to take it any deeper, perhaps you place your hands in front of you. You can be up on your fingertips. You can be palms flat on the ground. Maybe even walk them forward a little bit more. You may place your elbows on your legs. You can make a little pillow for your chin. Your head can go heavy. Some time. In the last few breaths, maybe a fingertip walk your hands just a little bit further forward. Again, being easy with your body. In your own time, you walk yourself back up. Let's get a little twist out of this while we're in this position. You're going to twist to the left, place your left hand behind you. You can place your right hand on your left and just make a mild twist to the left, looking over your left shoulder if it's available to you. Gently releasing the twist and coming back to neutral. And now we'll take the twist in the opposite direction, placing the right hand behind us, the left hand on the right knee. And we release the twist again. And take our left, assist the left leg up, unstepping it off of the right. Slowly and gently. Bring your feet in front of you. And we do the inverse. When we have an asymmetric pose, we do both sides before we go into that wonderful rebound. So now the left leg will go on the bottom. Place the right leg on top. Again, each one of us has a different skeleton and different levels of flexibility. So you find what works best for you. There's no rigid code on where the foot should be at. You find what works for you. The target area, the place you want to feel it, is in the glutes on the right side, in the piriformis, and in the IT band down the right side of the leg. I place my right heel just around, and you see there is a space here. For me in time, this usually comes down. My right side is tighter than my left. One side is always different than the other. Don't force it. Just sit in stillness and let time and gravity do their job. Again, you may have your hands out to your side if you need to alleviate some of the positive stress you feel in the beginning. Or you may choose to interlace your fingers in a mudra of your choice and place them in your lap. And I ask you now, where are you holding tension in your body? Do you feel little pulses of energy, little twitches? Do you feel some places where you're holding muscular effort? I ask you, can you let it go? Can you relax into these sensations? Can you relax into the feelings of this pose? We're halfway through this side, so I invite you at this time, perhaps you place your hands in front of you. Maybe your palms are on the ground. Maybe you walk them out. Maybe you place them on your knee and your ankle and make a pillow for your chin. Find whatever's comfortable for you and wherever you can sit for a little while longer. When you learn to sit with these sensations that come up during practice, when you learn to sit in these uncomfortable positions, this practice really applies itself to your daily life, and we begin to find ourselves at ease when challenging situations arise in our daily life. And the head is heavy, opening up the back of the neck. I invite you to finger walk your hands a little bit further away from the body for the final few breaths here. Head is even heavier. What little tension can you let go of before we exit this posture? Is there something left? Now you gently walk yourself back up. And we're going to get in a little twist out of this before we finish this shape. You're going to put your right hand behind you, anchor it onto the ground, and you'll place your left hand on your right knee, and you'll use it to help you assist your twist. You look over the right, it's available to you. I mention if it's available because my neck was broken in multiple locations. I couldn't move it a millimeter to the left or a millimeter to the right. I used this style of yoga to heal my neck to 100% mobility. And I always mention to take care of it and to be easy with it. during your practice. Gently releasing this twist, come back to neutral, and let's twist to the left. Left hand goes behind your body, anchoring to the ground. Right hand goes on your left knee, assisting your twist a little bit. It's a nice spinal twist, just to finish the pose and also to get a few extra seconds out of the benefits from this seated posture. Gently coming back to neutral, and we'll sit up for one of those wonderful rebounds. If you're just joining, the rebound is a mini shavasana we typically do after each long-held posture. It's an opportunity for the body to settle back into its natural state because we hold these poses so long. Typically, in this mini shavasana, I place my right hand on my stomach. I place my left hand on my heart. I feel those organs working. And I use this opportunity after each pose to give thanks to these two organs. They do so much for me, and I never pay attention to them until I have to. And gently bring the awareness back to the body. Perhaps this time you wiggle the toes, make some small circles with the ankles. Wiggle your hands. It feels good being down here. I just finished training, so I think I'm going to stay lying on the ground now. And we'll work out a stretch for the left side of the body. It's a body-long stretch, so I invite you to place your feet on the ground and scoot your body all the way to the left side of your mat, leaving the whole right side open. And you'll take your right leg and you'll send it far away from your left leg. Now you'll take your left leg and you'll cross it on top of your right leg. You may feel this in your outer glutes, your piriformis, your outer left thigh, your IT band. And the bonus, we're going to take our hands up overhead, and the right wrist is going to grab the left, right hand is going to grab the left wrist. And you scoot yourself over and you take your arms in the direction of your legs. Now you should feel this all in the left upper side of the body, maybe even in the back of the arm. And to visualize the idea, your body should look like the shape of a C, or a crescent moon, or a banana. If you feel it anywhere down the left side of your body, you're in the pose correctly. Gently uncross the left leg and slide it back to neutral. Right leg follows the left, back to center. Just a breath here. And now we're going to sit up for the right side. Step both feet on the ground. This time we shift our body all the way to the right side of the mat. Legs go long. Arms are long overhead. We step the left foot far away from the right. Now we take the right foot to meet the left and we cross it over. Right hand goes up overhead, left hand catches the right wrist, and we pull our body toward our feet, same direction as our feet. Again, the body should look like a shape of a C or a banana. And you should feel it anywhere from the back of your arm, armpit, down your rib cage, past your obliques into your waist. And a lot of people feel it in this area, the IT band or the outer upper thigh. And for the next few minutes, perhaps you choose to focus on one thing during this pose. It could be as simple as your breath, or it could be the sensations in the body and where you feel it exactly. Maybe you hone in on those feelings, hone in on that area of the body, and stay with it. Every time your mind wanders to the past or future, bring it right back to those sensations. See how long you can hold your focus, your awareness in that part of your body. Gently going to release the posture by unwinding the right leg and coming back to center. Both legs are now in the center. Your arms can stay above head if it feels good, or maybe they come down to the side. We're going to take a rebound here for a minute in a mini Shavasana. It's an opportunity to let the body settle back to its natural state. This last pose is a pose you usually don't feel it until you come out of it. or you feel more of it when you come out of the pose. Now may be a good time to make a mental scan, starting with your toes, slowly moving up to the crown of your head, noticing the subtle differences in the body. Gently bring the awareness back to the body. Wiggle. And we're going to stay down on the ground. It feels so good down here. The twist. You're going to step both feet up onto the ground. Adjust your hips if you need to. There are three options here. The first option, simple twist where you put your feet in the air and you just twist to the right. The second option starts the same as the first, but you cross your left leg over the right, and then you roll your knees to the right. The third option is the same as the second, but you make a double crossing. Your left foot goes under your right ankle or your right lower leg. You send your legs to the right, and on top of your legs or knees. Your left arm will go, and your left arm, if it is available to you. It's a spinal twist in your chest and shoulder. If you're looking toward your left arm, you're going to feel it in your neck. And the bonus is on your left side, in your piriformis, in your outer thigh, or your IT band as well. We're gently going to unwind the left knee with your right hand. Twist it on the way up. Roll back to center. Bring your left arm in, uncross the legs, step both feet on the ground. And just hang out here for just a moment. Now we're going to do the inverse. And you don't have to do the same variation on each side. Perhaps you try another variation. If that one was quite well for you, then maybe you choose the same. But variety is the spice of life. So the first option, you take both feet off the ground, stacking the knees, and you roll to the left. The second option, bring your feet off the ground, and you cross your right leg over the left. You send your knees to the left. And again, the third variation is the same as the second, except you add the double cross. So that right foot will come underneath the lower left leg. You place your left hand on the right knee. Just twist to the left. And if it's available to you, you send your right arm long and you look in the direction of your right arm. Gently unwind the body. You take your left hand and you prop your right knee up and assist it back to this neutral. Unstep your legs. And you find yourself in the Shavasana of your choice. For me, I will choose pentacle pose. I will separate my legs and I will send both arms long. Your body will look like a 5-pointed star. This is an opportunity for all your organs to remain at rest, and for the entire backside of your body to be grounded. A gentle reminder that someone or something always has your back. There's always a system of support out there if we're only willing to look for it and pay attention to it.
Gently bring the awareness back to the body a final time by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Maybe make some circles in your wrists and your ankles. Perhaps you stretch up overhead and you point your toes long. Full body stretch. Let that put a gentle smile on your face. You just did something really nice for your body, and let's roll to one side or the other. Before we come up, maybe hands go between the knees and you're in fetal position. I would like you to think about one thing that you're so grateful for tonight. Just one thing. And let that one thing put an even bigger smile on your face. Your eyes are still closed. You'll prop yourself up with your eyes closed and you'll come back up into a seated position. And the smile is on your face right now and you're thinking of what you're grateful for. Let's make that smile just a little bit bigger, knowing how contagious and infectious a smile is. And right now the whole world needs that. May you take this smile with you, carry it with you through your evening, or if you're just waking up in the rest of the world, let the smile start your day off right, knowing that when you smile to another person, it creates a smile within them. That shows on their face and they pass it along. A smile has a lot of power. It has the power to change the world one person at a time. And with that, I say thank you for sharing your practice with me. Hope you feel well. Namaste. I just started a YouTube channel, hostelyogi.com. If you go to hostelyogi.com, it will take you straight to my YouTube channel. I ask you that you would subscribe because I'm making 1 hour and a half full-length Yin Yoga YouTube videos for free, full practices. This is just a pop-up after my training. And so I will offer free full Yin Yoga practices for all of you on a regular basis, but I just need you to subscribe because I will do them on YouTube Live, and then they will be saved on my YouTube videos as well. I want everyone to be able to practice like this in a full practice and with me live, but YouTube's requirement is 1,000 subscribers. So I need your help to get to 1,000 subscribers in order that I can use that platform and offer it for free. So I thank you. If you have any comments about this mic, about the sound, any feedback, I would greatly appreciate it. Please leave it in the comments. This is only my second impromptu yin practice with this mic, and I'm trying to feel out where the volume is and if you can hear the air or me breathing and things like this. Of course, I'll watch the video after it as well. But I thank you. I wish you a beautiful evening. I can't see who's in the class, so let me come see who's joined here. Okay. Christian, Samantha, Danica, Noina, hello. Thank you for joining. Please go, if you haven't already, go to hostelyogi.com. You know I'm Hostel Yogi, and subscribe for YouTube. I would appreciate it. I will give you full practices really soon. Thank you. I love you all. Good night.